So good morning, everyone. Welcome to my training on performance testing and engineering, live training with load trains. Okay. So as explained, as discussed, right? So we'll be running this loader JMeter on weekdays and Dynatrace I am planning to start as a weekend batch from next weekend. Okay. So in this today's session, I'm planning to start load runner, right? So before starting load runner, let me give a quick, introduction to the performance testing tools. Okay. So if you see here, these are the performance testing and engineering tools in the market, right? Let me go to the slideshow mode. Yeah. So these are the important performance testing tools in the market. So here you can see the first and foremost one is Micro Focus Load Runner. Load Runner is a pioneer tool in performance testing. Pioneer means someone who started early, right? Who is the first one to start, isn't it? So Micro Focus Load Runner was developed in 1998. So it's almost like it's about to celebrate its silver jubilee, right? So it's almost 24 years tool and about to celebrate the silver jubilee, right? And moreover, Load Runner is a licensed tool, as most of you may be knowing, and it is the only one tool which supports from legacy mainframe applications to rich internet applications, latest rich internet applications. Okay, so it supports almost 30 plus protocols, right? And you know what is meant by a protocol. Everyone knows what is meant by a protocol, isn't it? What is meant by protocol, Srikanth? Guys, those who completed performance testing fundamental sessions. Yes,
HTTP.
I'm asking what is meant by protocol. What is meant by a protocol here in internet language? Yes.
Language between browser and server.
Right. So protocol is the communication language between your browser and server, right? Now, so let me quickly show you. So this is the user interface for Load Runner. So I will share this software with you, with each one of you. So once you download and install Load Runner, right? So you will get these three components. You will get these three components installed on your machine: virtual user generator, controller, and analysis. Okay. Now I have launched this virtual user generator just to show you what all are the protocols that Load Runner supports and why Load Runner is so successful, and what all are the protocols that Load Runner supports. So if you observe here, these are the protocols supported by Load Runner. So here you can see that, right? So it supports .NET protocol, CV user, Citrix ICA, and so on. So in each column you have like eight protocols, isn't it? That way you have eight full columns, right? For each 32 plus Windows Socket Protocol 33, right? And it supports multiple protocols as well, and it supports mobile and IoT, where IoT stands for
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. IoT stands for Internet of Things, right? So the next popular tool is Apache JMeter, and JMeter is an open source tool, which means it's a completely open free tool. Anyone can download and use that JMeter. Anyone can add features to customize JMeter also as per their requirement. Okay. And another popular tool is Neoload, again, which is a licensed tool. Neoload is another licensed tool, right? And there are a couple of other performance testing tools in the market like WebLoad, SIL-Performer, IBM RPT, right? Where RPT stands for Rational Performance Tester. And there are a couple of other open source tools like Gatling, Locust, Grinder, Load Ninja, Load View, Load UI, Pro, and etc. So these are the popular performance testing tools in the marketplace. Okay. I'm not going to server-side monitoring tools right now. So we will discuss this later on, right? Once we complete the tools, right? So now let me go to Load Runner slide deck. Okay. So I am going to use Load Runner 2021, guys, 2021 version. Okay. For your batch. And these are the topics, or these are the course contents for LoadRunner. Okay, so and by the way, this is only for Vusion. So once we complete Vusion scripting, right, scripting using Vusion, I have another slide deck for controller and analysis components. All right, and these are the course contents for controller and analysis concepts. Okay, I already shared you the LoadRunner course contents and JMeter course contents. So these are the LoadRunner 2021 course contents. Okay, I already shared this with you. Okay, so if someone did not receive, someone want this, please let me know. These are the LoadRunner course contents, and let me quickly show you JMeter course contents as well. These are JMeter course contents. Okay, so please let me know if someone did not receive and if you want to have this course contents documents. Fine. Now let me go back to LoadRunner. Right. So today I'm going to give an introduction to LoadRunner and complete this LoadRunner intro and LR features and why LoadRunner and load testing architecture. I'm going to cover these 3 data points. Okay. Yeah. So first, let's understand what are the LoadRunner features. What are the micro focus LoadRunner features, right? So micro focus is the company which owns LoadRunner now, which is owning LoadRunner now, right? So let me, before discussing these features, right, let me give an introduction first. Okay, maybe I need to, yeah. So LoadRunner is a performance testing tool which was pioneered by Mercury in 1999. Sorry, it's 1999 guys. Okay, so LoadRunner is a performance testing tool which was pioneered, means which was first developed by Mercury. Okay, this is the first performance testing tool developed by a company called an organization called Mercury in 1999, right? And later it was acquired by HP Enterprise in 2006, and in 2016 LoadRunner was acquired by Micro Focus. In 2016 LoadRunner was acquired by Micro Focus. So from then, so previously initially it was called as Mercury LoadRunner, and then HP LoadRunner, and then now from 2016 onwards, once this LoadRunner was acquired by Micro Focus, this is called as Micro Focus LoadRunner. Here guys, so all are one and the same. There is no separate HP LoadRunner and no separate Micro Focus LoadRunner, right? LoadRunner is one and the same, right? And you understood guys why it is called as Micro Focus LoadRunner now? Micro Focus bought this LoadRunner tool from HP Enterprise, right? And HP Enterprise bought this LoadRunner tool in 2006 from Mercury. It's actually Mercury LoadRunner. It was developed by a company called Mercury in 1999. Clear guys? And LoadRunner supports various development tools, technologies, and communication protocols. It supports various development tools, technologies, and communication protocols, which I have shown you just now, right? I have just shown you like what are the communication protocols supported by LoadRunner, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, this is the only tool in the market which supports such large number of protocols to conduct performance testing. It is the only tool in the market which supports such large number of protocols. Clear guys? Next. LoadRunner allows users to test robust internet applications, Web 2.0 technologies. They should be read as 2.0. Okay. So Web 2.0 technologies, ERP. Can someone list out some ERP software? What is the full form of ERP, guys?
Enterprise resource planning.
Enterprise resource planning, right? So can someone list out some popular ERP softwares?
Yep.
Right, SAP should be pronounced as SAP, right? And CRM?
Customer relationship model.
Right, CRM stands for customer relationship management. So this is the, it allows users to test robust internet applications, Web 2.0 technologies, ERP and CRM applications, and legacy applications like mainframes. Legacy means
Old, sir.
very old, right? Legacy means very old, right? And why LoadRunner? LoadRunner is not only pioneer tool in performance testing, but it is still a market leader in performance testing paradigm. LoadRunner still has 40 to 50% of the market share. Okay, so LoadRunner still has 40 to 50% of the market share. I'll show you one white paper published recently by Micro Focus about talking these numbers. Okay, I'll share it tomorrow. I'll get it and I'll share it tomorrow. And it is in a recent assessment, LoadRunner has about 50% market share in performance testing industry. So let me modify it. Maybe it's 40 to 50%. Okay, I'll check that, white paper, or I'll check that document released by Micro Focus recently. I got it last week. I got to see that last week, and I will correct it out. I will update this once I check that. Okay, and LoadRunner supports rich internet applications, Web 2.0. When I say Web 2.0, applications that are developed using HTTP, HTML, Ajax, Flex, and Silverlight. These are called as Web 2.0 technologies. And it supports mobile applications. We can do performance testing for mobile applications, SAP applications, Oracle applications, Microsoft SQL Server, Citrix, RTE, Mail, and above all, Windows Socket Protocol. Right? So this is the reason why LoadRunner still has for 50%, 40 to 50% of the market share in the performance testing industry. Just imagine, like, see, there are around 20 to 30 tools in the market, performance testing tools in the market. But one tool having like 40 to 50% of the market share is not a, not a joke, right? Clear case.
Yes, sir.
So now let's go to the next slide. So this is a brief introduction to LoadRunner, right? Now let's go to the next slide. What are the features of LoadRunner? Right? So the first and foremost feature is interactive transaction simulation, interactive user transaction simulation. Right? And you'll see what is that. You'll understand what is that interactive user transaction simulation once we start scripting. Okay, and supports wide range of applications. Supports wide range of application means supports different types of application, and it supports mobile testing, right? Supports mobile testing, supports cloud testing, and it supports continuous testing. So we will explore this one by one. Like, of course, I am not going to cover my mobile testing and cloud testing here, right? But we will discuss like at a high level. So how does it support mobile testing, continuous testing, and all this? And it supports root cause analytics. So I'll explain that later. Like once we complete scripting, right? Then I will discuss like what is root cause analytics. Okay, this is in short called as RCA. Whenever we have some issues, performance issues, so finding the root cause of that performance issue, that is called as root cause analytics. Okay, and I got this slide from from internet. So these are the where it lists. This slide lists out what are the important protocols supported by LoadRunner. And this is LoadRunner load testing architecture. I think I already explained this in the performance testing introduction sessions, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So we'll discuss this once we complete scripting, right? And we start text executions. I will revisit this slide. Okay. I have to explain this one more time before we start our test executions. Once we complete scripting and once we are about to start test executions, I will explain this again. Yeah. Now let me explain like what are the system requirements, hardware requirements for LoadRunner 2020 and 2021. Okay. And everyone Google search for this LoadRunner 2021 system requirements. Please do it on your own or on your system, guys. Once you are on this page, right? So click on this system requirements product availability matrix. Open that in a new tab, please, everyone. Yes. So LoadRunner 2022 was released in March, guys. Okay, almost a month back. LoadRunner 2022. Search for LoadRunner 2022 system requirements, guys. Can you please do that, everyone? So I'll share this. I'll try to download and share this 2022 version. So we will be using LoadRunner 2022 if that is stable, right? So let me, this is 2021 only. 1 second. 2022 system requirements. So this is 2022. Fine, guys. There won't be much difference between 2021 and 2022. Okay. However, so I will download this 2022 and see if, like if that is stable, right? So we'll use this one only. It will be stable, and if there are some bugs, they will release some hot fixes. Yeah. So let me explain like system requirements first. Okay. There will not be much difference in the system requirements. Yes. Are you able to understand what is meant by system requirements? System requirements means what is the hardware requirement for using this LoadRunner version. Understood? Guys, are you able to understand? Able to follow me? Yeah. So see here. So these are the hardware requirements. First, see the hardware requirements. Your processor should have 2-core CPU or 8-core CPU is recommended. Minimum is like supported is 2-core CPU. That means minimum is 2-core CPU. However, 8-core CPU is recommended. Now, what is this 2-core and 8-core? Right? So if you go to the task manager, right? Can you please open task manager, everyone? Go to performance tab on your machine, on your laptop or desktop. This are you doing along with me? Yes, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, sir.
So if you go to performance tab in task manager, is everyone able to see this similar window on your machine? If not, click on, see, if not, see, some people may be seeing like this. If you open the task manager for the first time, you will see a window like this, right? Click on this more details, then you will see this detail window. Understood, guys? And go to performance tab, right? And you see here, so it mentions here like, cores, number of cores as 6. That means my processor laptop on, the processor on my laptop. Okay, I think I already explained this about system configuration previously. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you see here, this is i7 processor and it's a 9th generation processor. Okay, this first number after i7, right? i5, i3 or i7 or i9, right? Some may be having i9 processor now, isn't it? So after that, the first number here after this hyphen, this tells you the generation. Mine is a 9th generation processor. Understood or no? I'm talking about this number, 9th generation processor, right? And this is the speed of my processor, clock speed of my processor. And important thing that you should know is this processor is a 6-core processor. 6-core processor and logical processors are 12. Clear, guys? Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
So, and what is this document that we are referring to? Yes. So it tells you what is the hardware requirement, isn't it? You can see here. What is the hardware requirement for running this LoadRunner software? Okay. And minimum 2-core processor is required. Understood, guys? So if you see here, processor configuration required is a 2-core CPU is required. 8-core CPU is recommended. Clear, guys? And processor for UI level protocols. So ignore this UI level. UI level protocols means we have some protocols like True Client protocol in LoadRunner that requires a 16-core CPU. And of course, it supports 8-core CPU as a minimum thing. Means we can use that protocol on a 8-core CPU, but recommended is 16-core CPU. Okay, look at these, at least this is minimum required thing. Understood, guys? And RAM required for this LoadRunner is 8 GB RAM is required. However, 16 GB RAM is recommended. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
right? And memory RAM for UI level protocols. Only for some protocols, this require 32 GB, 16 GB is required, and 32 GB is recommended. So ignore this UI level protocol. So you need to have at least 8 GB of RAM. Then you will get optimum performance from LoadRunner. Understood, guys? Those who have 4 GB of RAM, can you please let me know how many of you have 4 GB RAM on your machine? Guys, everyone, please open Task Manager and check your system configuration, guys. Okay, let me explain. Those who missed initial sessions, fundamental sessions. So if you click on memory, right? So you see here, my machine has 16 GB RAM. Here you can see that, isn't it? What happened? Right. Right. My machine has 16 GB RAM. Okay, what happened to this? 1 second, yes. Yeah. So my machine has 16 GB RAM. Here you can see. How many of you have 4 GB RAM, guys?
Sir, me, sir. Sir, mine, sir.
Sir, me, sir.
No, can you please
Me,
ping
sir,
me?
4 GB.
Can you please ping me in the Zoom chat? Yes, everyone, please ping your CPU and memory in Zoom chat, please. Go to CPU and ping me this, whether your machine has i3 or i5 or i7 or i9. Okay, and the generation as well. Yes, please do this exercise. And RAM also. What is your RAM configuration? I received only from Ram Kumar. Okay, Sai has 16 GB RAM on his machine. Sureka 4 GB i3 third generation. Okay, so i3 third generation, i3 supports up to 8 GB. Sureka, please upgrade if possible. Okay, add 4 more GB, 4 GB more RAM on your machine. It doesn't cost you much. It costs around 1,000 to 1,500. Okay, so because like once we start LoadRunner, right? So we for scripting it is enough to have 4 GB is enough. So however, once we start test executions, right, we may need to open both launch both LoadRunner and controller and analysis at once, right? At that time, it would be like your mission will become very slow whenever you want to use 2 or 3 components of LoadRunner. Got it, Sureka? Ram Kumar also, please add 4 GB RAM, 4 GB more RAM on your machine. Lavanya also. Right. How about others, guys? I got only from few people. Ram Kumar, can you please share your processor configuration? I got only from 8 guys out of 17.
Sir, how to share this, sir? I open it, but I can't share this.
Go to Zoom chat. So go to the meeting controls and there is a shortcut for this. I think I already explained that in the, 1 second. Let me. So on the Zoom chat, so are you seeing that Zoom meeting controls window?
Yes, sir.
So in that you have a chart icon, right? First you will have microphone symbol, mute and untadi. Then you have start video, security, participants, and then chat.
Yes, sir.
So click on that chat and type over there. Please do that. I just want to make everyone comfortable with using Zoom chat also. In case if you are having some audio issues, right, you can communicate through Zoom chat. Don't ping it in WhatsApp, guys. Srikanth, no. Okay, Srikanth, you pinged it here. Yeah. Please don't ping it in WhatsApp. Okay. So use Zoom chat here. Srikanth, please upgrade. Try to upgrade for add 4 more GB to your machine.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right then. So Arvind, I tried 7th generation. Yeah. So let's go back to slide, the system requirements. Right. And now available hard disk space should be 50 GB, minimum 50 GB and 100 GB is recommended. Right. I am covering this one, guys. Available hard disk space should be minimum of 50 GB, means you should have at least 50 GB free space in your C drive. Okay. If you don't have at least 50 GB of free space, please, free up some memory, clear some memory from desktop, right, and free up some memory. How to check the disk space? I hope everyone know that, right? So I hope go to open, Windows type Windows E on your keyboard, Windows E on your keyboard to open File Explorer or Windows Explorer. Go to this PC, right click on this PC and check the properties. Hey, I'm sorry, please wait. So click on this PC, sorry, left click on the PC, on this PC. And here you see it, right? So see, observe here, for my C drive, 300 GB is allocated. I have only 14 GB now. Of course, I already installed LoadRunner in C drive, right? So check what is the free space in your C drive, everyone. Can you please check that now? Can you please do that now, guys? Check what is the free space in your C drive. Can you please check, everyone? Please check that. Post it in the Zoom chat, guys. Okay. Right. So you should be having at least, yes, as per the system requirements document, you should be having at least 50 GB of free space in your C drive. Clear, guys? By default, it will install, when you install LoadRunner, right, it will be installed in C drive by default. And you should be having 50 GB of free space in your C drive. Clear, guys? Right. And next, what are the software requirements? Next important thing is, what are the software requirements? Right, guys, this is for your information. This is for LoadRunner version 2021, guys. Okay, and there will not be much difference for LoadRunner 2022 also. However, I could not find that LoadRunner 2022 system requirements. That's why I'm explaining that the previous one. Okay, let me check if I have somewhere over here. There won't be much difference, guys. Okay, for LoadRunner, even for LoadRunner 2022 also, there won't be much difference between 2021 and 2022 system requirements. Fine. So let's not waste time. Support matrix. If you can go to support matrix, right? So there you can see. Yeah, I got this 2022 version, guys. Support matrix system requirements. Yes, this is 2022 version system requirements. Okay, let me bookmark it. Can you please bookmark it, guys? Everyone search for, or else I'll share the link. Please wait. Bookmark it under LoadRunner. I'll share this link with everyone in Zoom chat. Can you please click on that and open that, guys, everyone? I shared a link in the Zoom chat, guys. Can you please? Okay, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group also. Now let's see this 2022 version system requirements. There won't be much difference. Okay, as I mentioned before. See here, processor 2-core CPU supported. For 8 UA level protocols, 8-core CPU supported, same as previous version. RAM 8 GB, same as previous version. Right? Minimum RAM is 8 GB, same as previous version 2021. Available hard disk space is also 50 GB only, same as previous one. Right? Network card should be 1 gigabit per second. That should be the speed of network card, NIC card. Right? And if you see here, operating system supported is, these are software requirements, by the way. These are software requirements. So this is 2022 version, guys. Right? This is 2020 for 2022 version. So you can see that these are requirements are same as 2021 version. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? See, this is also required is 2-core CPU, 8-core CPU for UI level protocols. RAM is 8 GB, right? And available hard disk space is 50 GB. Same as like previous version. Yes or no, guys?
Sir,
Yes,
And
sir.
sir, can you
coming
share
to
the
software, yes.
Chrome link, sir? Chrome URL.
What is that?
Sir, you shared the PDF URL. It is not opening. So can you share the Chrome URL so we
No,
can
no, there
download
won't
from?
be a separate URL for Chrome, different browser. There won't be a, is it? You're unable to open.
Yes, sir. I'm unable to open. It's saying blocked something. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we'll see that later. Okay. So please, watch my screen. Right. So operating system required is Windows 8, Windows 8.1 64-bit. Okay. So those who are having Windows, if anyone is having Windows 7, right? So you cannot use this LoadRunner 2021 or 2022 version. If anyone is having Windows 7, old version of Windows, understood, guys? Minimum operating system version that you should have is 8.1. Okay. If you have Windows 10 or 11, well and good, it supports. Clear, guys? Guys, are you with me? It
Yes, sir.
supports 10, right? So Windows 7, 10 is the minimum requirement. No, I'm sorry. For version 2022, Windows 8 is the minimum version. Required version is minimum 8 and it supports Windows 10. I don't know why they didn't mention Windows 11. Right. Windows 11 is not mentioned here, right? Okay. Recommended one is Windows 10. Got it? Next up. If you have server operating system, you should have like Windows Server 2012 or 16 or 19. Recommended is Windows Server 2019. Of course, you will be having home operating systems only. Either you will be having Windows 8 or Windows 10 or 11 and all this, right? So if anyone have Windows 7, you need to, and if you want to use LoadRunner, install LoadRunner, you need to upgrade Windows 7 to either Windows 10, or if your processor doesn't support, you should have minimum Windows 8. Understood, guys? Recommended browser is IE11, right? Or Edge browser. This is the recommended browser version. This is the screen resolution. Your screen resolution should be 1366 by 768 or higher. Okay. Whereas recommended one is 1600 by 900 or higher. Clear, guys? These are the software requirements. If someone is having 4K screen, it's not supported. LoadRunner doesn't support 4K screen. Okay. You have to reduce the resolution. Understood, guys? I actually have a 4K screen. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, where can you check this? 4K resolution means, let me show you. Display settings. If you go to display settings, right? My monitor display resolution is 4K resolution. This one, 3840 by 2160. This is 4K resolution. However, as LoadRunner doesn't support, I reduce the resolution to 1920 by 1080. Understood, guys? Or is it confusing?
No, sir. Got it.
Okay, so that's what it is mentioned here, guys, by the way. Okay, so it LoadRunner controller is not supported on display monitors with 4K or higher resolution. Okay, if you don't have 4K screen, that's fine. You need not worry about this. However, if someone is having 4K screen, right, you have to reduce the resolution. Understood, guys? Let me show you what is 4K resolution. If you Google search for 4K resolution, 30 by 2160 260 pixel is called as 4K resolution. Understood? Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And my monitor is a 4K resolution. See here, 3840 by 2160. This is 4K resolution monitor that I have. Okay, so I reduced it to, but I am not using this one. You can see here, I am using this one 1920 by 1080 because controller doesn't support that. Controller doesn't support this high resolution. Clear, guys? Now you understood what is the importance of knowing the system requirement, going through the system requirement document,
Yes, sir.
hardware requirement and software requirements. Okay. See, this is called as support matrix. Support matrix means what is the supported operating system, hardware, what is the supported hardware and all this. Understood, guys? Hardware requirement and software requirements. This is called as, together, this is called as support matrix. Right? And let me share this, this document with you. Share page. Yeah. Copy link. I'll share this latest version system requirement support matrix document to you in WhatsApp. Okay. Someone told that, yeah, previous one was Chrome extension. I'm not sure why. 1 second. Can you try this URL? Those who are unable to access the previous URL, right? Can you please try this URL? You will be able to access this. admhelp.microfocus.com. Everyone should be able to access this and bookmark that, guys. Please bookmark that link.
Sir, also when we type LoadRunner 2022 system requirements, the second link is the one, sir. So we can download.
The voice is breaking. May I know who is that? Your voice is breaking. Yes, Lavanya. Have any query?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So I kept here, in the slide deck, I kept like LoadRunner 2021 hardware requirements. I'll update it with 2022. And also I'll be covering LoadRunner 2022 only. Okay. As we have a latest version, so I'll be covering LoadRunner 2022 version. All right. I'll share that software with you. I'll download and share it with you guys. Okay. Next. So this remains same, of course. So I'll update this one also as 2021 or 2022. Right? We already checked that. We already observed that the system hardware requirements remain same. Software requirements also remain same actually. Isn't it? I think screen resolution change. Any change in the screen resolution? Thirteen 66 by 768. Okay. 1600 by 900. This also remains same. Clear, guys? Let me modify the title 2021 or 2022. All right, guys. Next. Yeah, you can use that second URL for system requirements. Yes. Right. Now, let me quickly cover this LoadRunner professional components, LoadRunner professional components, and LoadRunner enterprise. Okay. So once you install LoadRunner, right, you will get these three components. I already explained this before. So let me repeat it. So once you install this LoadRunner software, right, so you'll get these three components installed on your machine. Now let's understand what is the purpose of each of these components. The first one is virtual user generator, means that is used for scripting purpose. The second one is controller component. Second component that you get when you install LoadRunner is LoadRunner controller. And the third component is LoadRunner analysis components. These three components will be installed once you install LoadRunner software. Okay, I'll share this software with you. if you want to download it, right, you need to have official email address case. Okay. So if you want to download from directly from Micro Focus website, right? So if you already have some official email address means company's email address, right? So Google search for LoadRunner 2022, download, 1 second. If someone have official credentials, right? Go to the first link. Let me clear this annotation. Go to the first link, right? And register yourself, those who have an official email address. Please go to this website and register yourself with your, remember, you need to have business or student email. Business email means official email address. You need to have that. Enter your first name, last name, that official email address here, and username, password. Please note down the password. Okay. Note down the password somewhere, right? And remember the username and password. Your username should have, and see, password should have, these are the requirements for password, between 8 and 20 characters, at least one capital letter, at least one number. And you need to enter your phone number, right? And select your state and company name and job title, and click on free start free trial. Is anyone having official email address? I believe like some few of you are already working and have an official email address. Okay. Yes or no, guys? And please remember, you cannot register, you can't create an account with Gmail or Yahoo mail address. You cannot use these public email addresses like Gmail or Yahoo or Rediff mail and all this. You should use official email address only if you want to register from Micro Focus website directly. Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
So those who don't have official email address, I will share the software with you. Clear, guys? And I will share the installation document also with you. So let me quickly show that installation document. Yeah, I will share this this document with you, with everyone. Okay. So before starting trying installation, right, you need to do Windows update on your laptop or desktop and restart the machine before starting LoadRunner installation. Please remember this. And also make sure you have enough disk space, at least 50 GB in your C drive, right? If you don't have, if someone is not having 50 GB in your C drive, right, install it in some other drive. If you already have, if you have some other drives, right, like D drive or E drive, right, you can install that in D drive or E drive also. There is no compulsion that you need to install only in C drive. Understood, guys? Is anyone having less than 50 GB in your C drive?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay. So you can install it in D drive or E drive. Do you have other drives, D and E drive?
Yes, yes, sir.
You can install that in D drive or E drive. Understood?
Okay, sure.
And I'll share this Word document with you. So you can use this for installing LoadRunner software. Clear, guys? I'll share this with the screenshots. I prepared a document with Word document with screenshots. I'll share that document with you. Okay. Next thing. So when you as I mentioned, right? So when you install LoadRunner, you get these three components: LoadRunner, Vusion, and Vusion is used for creating the performance testing scripts. Vusion software is used to record the end user business process and creates an automated performance testing script known as Vuser script. Clear, guys? Vusion is used to record the end user business process. I already explained what is this end user business process. What is meant by end user business process? Or can you list down some end user business process for a net banking application? Anyone? Can you list down some business process, guys? End user business.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, first login or registration. If you're a new user, he can register. If you're an existing user, he can log into the NetBank application.
Right.
Also, I can check the balance, fund transfer, and add a beneficiary, modify a beneficiary.
Yes,
And
these
also
are
check,
all
check the
business
credit cards.
process. Right. All these are called as business process, right? So we can record the end user business process and create an automated performance testing script. For example, in the last session, I gave a walkthrough of web tools application, isn't it? What are the business process for the travel application?
Log in a register, book a ticket, check the ticket, cancel a ticket.
Right. Yes. And Ishwar is asking me in Zoom chat, mentioned that he's working in Infosys and have Infosys email ID. Yes, you can register with that email ID in Microfocus website, and you can download LoadRunner directly. Okay. Those who are having official email address, right? So you will get an activation mail because once you register, right? Once you register your official email address, right? You will get an activation mail to that official email address. You have to click that link, then only your account will be activated. Your Microfocus account will be activated after clicking that activation mail, activation link. Understood, guys?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And next, the second component is controller component. Controller component, it is used to control the test. If you want to do the test executions, right, we will use this LoadRunner controller component. The controller organizes, drives, manages, and monitors the load test. That's why it is called as a controller, right? And analysis component helps you to view, dissect, and compare the results of the load tests. We'll discuss this. What is meant by view or dissect and compare the results? How can we compare the results and all? Once we start analysis component, right? And the next component is load generator. If you remember, we saw something over here, right? So I already explained this load testing architecture in the previous session, one of the previous session, isn't it? And I told that these are load generators. These are called as load generator machines. And what is load generator? The name itself implies, right? They generate the load, user load, isn't it? And load generators are the computers that run scripts to generate load on the system, right? Important. These are all important interview questions. So in the interviews, they may ask you, what is meant by a load generator? Why is it called as a load generator? Isn't it? So load generators are the computers, or load generators are the machines that run your scripts to generate load on the system. System means I'll change it as on the application. Okay. Application under test. That is called as system. Whatever application you are testing, that is called as system. Clear, guys? So load generators are the computers that run scripts to generate load on the application under test. We will use a load generator machine once we are done scripting, right? And executions. Once we go to executions, I'll show you how do we use the other machine as a load generator machine, right? And the last one is, LoadRunner Enterprise. Previously, it was called as Performance Center. Now, those who are already trained in previously on LoadRunner, right? You are familiar with this term, right? Performance Center. I think Sureka and few others who already have, some experience on LoadRunner, right? So you are familiar with this word Performance Center, isn't it? Now, from last year, like they renamed that Performance Center as LoadRunner Enterprise. Clear, guys? Right? So LoadRunner or Enterprise or Performance Center is nothing but LoadRunner controller wrapped up in a web front end. Means we can log into this LoadRunner Enterprise using a browser. I'll explain that later, guys. Okay, it's a bit early to explain this. However, these are the important components of LoadRunner. First one is view controller analysis and load generator machines. Performance Center is a component of ALM, application lifecycle management. Okay, so we'll discuss that what is ALM, what is LoadRunner Enterprise, what is this and all. We will discuss that in the coming up sessions. I'll stop it here, guys, for today with this introduction to LoadRunner. Tomorrow I will be explaining what is some important terminology in LoadRunner and LoadRunner components. This diagram represents LoadRunner components and what is a load testing process, and we will start scripting. Most probably I will start scripting from tomorrow, guys. Okay, I'll stop it here for today, guys. Thanks for watching for recording purpose. Thanks for watching the demo session. Enrollments are still in progress for LoadRunner and JMeter. So we have LoadRunner batch from 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, and JMeter batch from 8:45 to 10 o'clock, right? So contact this WhatsApp number. Contact me on this WhatsApp number if someone want to join this live training. And the next today's session and tomorrow's session, I will be uploading it to my YouTube channel as a public video. And thereafter, if you want to join live training, so thereafter I will be uploading as private videos, right? That means like those who enroll for the training only can watch those sessions. Hope you got it, and liked it. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.